मुझे आज का इतना चाहिए फिर आज हम्म, तो ना अभी तक आपके कितने मॉडल्स हो गए हैं आप लोगों के? टैबलू, एक्सेल और इसके आप सब लोगों के सेम? हम्म। पावर बीआई हो चुका है। और आज तो पावर बीआई की ही क्लास है। हाँ। अच्छा। हाँ ठीक है। तो दैट मीन्स बाकी लोगों की पावर बीआई की फर्स्ट क्लास ही है, करेक्ट? बढ़िया। सो आउट ऑफ द थ्री एप्लीकेशंस, कौन सा एप्लीकेशन आपने बहुत अच्छे से सीखा? यू हैव लर्न द थ्री एप्लीकेशंस, करेक्ट? एसक्यूएल सीखा है आपने, टैबलू सीखा है, एक्सेल सीखा है ना, उसमें से अब 100% आप कॉन्फिडेंस किस में हो? टैबलू। आप लोग? यस। ओके। अच्छा। नो, आपको ये पता होगा ना, एक्सएलआर हैज अ जंबो पास एप्लीकेशन, दैट मींस आप सेम लेक्चर को वापस से सेकंड टाइम थर्ड टाइम भी अटेंड कर सकते हैं। सो इवन सम टाइम इट हैपेंस लाइक कि हो सकता है मे बी ट्रेनर का फ्लो या मे बी वो एग्जांपल्स आपके रिलेवेंट नहीं है, आपसे मैच नहीं हुए, सो इट्स अ बिट डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड। बट एक्सएलआर ये ऑफर देता है आपको कि आप सेकंड थर्ड टाइम, सो दिस इज द बेस्ट। अच्छा, आप रहते, अच्छा ऑनलाइन था नहीं कर? हाँ। हाँ, ऑफलाइन भी ऑप्शन। यस, यू कैन अटेंड सेकेंड टाइम थर्ड टाइम ऑल्सो, ऐसा कोई लिमिटेशंस नहीं है। ठीक है। हाँ नहीं, मतलब मैम ले रहे हैं क्या लेक्चर? हाँ। ठीक है। गुड। असाइनमेंट सब आप लोगों ने सबमिट कर दिए? एक्सेल के असाइनमेंट सबमिट करने थे आपको, टैबलू के असाइनमेंट थे, एसक्यूएल के 2 असाइनमेंट आई गेस होंगे। नाउ दोस हु आर लेट प्लीज ज्वाइन। आपके सिस्टम में पावर बीआई इंस्टॉल्ड है? नहीं, ठीक है। So online participant, is this I am audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Very good. चलो नाउ आई थिंक इट्स 7:10, सो प्लीज बी रिमेम्बर आप लोगों को 7 o'clock को ही आ जाना है, करेक्ट? और जो लेट हो रहे हैं उनके लिए भी वही एप्लीकेशन सेम, यू हैव टू रीच 7, बिकॉज फर्स्ट डे है, इसके लिए थोड़ा सा मैंने वेट किया, अदरवाइज वी हैव टू स्टार्ट एज पर एज टाइम। चलो नाउ द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन कम्स, व्हाई वी रिक्वायर अ पावर बीआई? पावर बीआई हमें सीखना ही क्यों? See, generally, I communicate in Hindi, English, and Marathi, all 3 languages. So, जो भी आपके माइंड में क्वेश्चंस आता है, you can ask me Hindi, English, Marathi. I'm okay with this. ठीक है? Because हम लोगों का कोई English lecture ऐसा कोई mandatory नहीं है. So we should have a communication in the comfort language. So when you are going for the interview, so definitely you should interact with the English as a primary language. Correct. तो पूछने के लिए don't feel shy. You can ask 1 time, 2 times. I don't mind. Okay. So now please tell me, why do we require the Power BI? हमने ऑलरेडी एक्सेल सीखा है, यस। हमने ऑलरेडी टैब्लू सीखा है, यस। एसक्यूएल भी ऑलरेडी सीख लिया आपने। अब पावर बीआई की रिक्वायरमेंट ही क्यों है? एक्सेल जो रहता है वो पूरा नंबर एंड डेटा रहता है, तो पावर बीआई जो रहता है ना उसको फीचर फॉर्म में करते हैं, जल्दी फॉर्म में आता है और डिसीजन लेने में आसानी रहती है। पावर बीआई पिक्चर फॉर्मेट में डेटा लेता है, मींस एक्सेल भी डेटा ले सकता है आपका, क्यों नहीं ले सकता है? नाउ आई होप यू कैन सी माय एक्सेल स्क्रीन। आप लोगों के स्क्रीन में एक्सेल दिखाई दे रहा होगा, करेक्ट? ठीक है। नाउ व्हेन आई गो बैक टू द न्यू शीट, एक नई शीट में यहाँ पे ऐड कर लेता हूँ। क्या एक्सेल मेरा यहाँ पे नंबर डेटा नहीं ले रहा है? ले रहा है। क्या एक्सेल डेट नहीं ले रहा है? ले रहा है। टाइम नहीं ले रहा है? सर ले रहा है ये एक्सेल। आई कैन टाइप द टेक्स्ट डेटा ऑल्सो, लाइक यहाँ पे मैं कंट्री का नाम लिखता हूँ इंडिया, तो ये ले तो रहा है सर, टेक्स्ट भी ले रहा है, नंबर भी ले रहा है, डेट भी ले रहा है, टाइम भी ले रहा है। आई कैन परफॉर्म कैलकुलेशंस ऑल्सो। तो फिर मुझे पावर बीआई का ही रिक्वायरमेंट क्यों है? जब आप डेटा इंपोर्ट करते जाओ, ये लाइव पे चेंज। Okay. Yes, we required an interactive live dashboard. करेक्ट। अब एक्सेल में भी आप डैशबोर्ड बना सकते हैं, बट द एक्सेल डैशबोर्ड इज जनरली एक्सेल में डैशबोर्ड नहीं होता है। नाउ वट एवर द डेटा वी क्रिएट, वी जस्ट कॉल इट एज अ रिपोर्ट, बट बाय डिफॉल्ट हम लोगों ने इसे बोलना स्टार्ट कर दिया डैशबोर्ड। करेक्ट। द डैशबोर्ड इज वेयर यू शुड हैव योर डेटा एज अ इंटरेक्टिव। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर कोई मैच चालू है, अगर मैच का हम स्कोर देख रहे हैं और मैच के स्कोर में वहां पे 45 रन है, तो हमें यहाँ पे कितना दिखाई देता है? 45, बिकॉज इट हैज टू बी अ लाइव। वहां 46 हुआ तो यहाँ पे भी 46। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इलेक्शन के पोल आ गए, रिजल्ट काउंटिंग में देर इज अ 47, तो यहाँ पे भी कितना आना चाहिए? सो दैट इज वी कॉल इट एज अ लाइव। बट एक्सेल में जो आपने रिपोर्ट बना दी, दैट यू कॉल इट एज अ डैशबोर्ड। जब हम किसी को शेयर कर देते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये रिपोर्ट मैं आपको दे देता हूँ, करेक्ट? नाउ मेरे यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट का काउंटिंग 52 से यहाँ पे सडनली 53 हो गया, बट क्या आपको जो रिपोर्ट भेजा है वो 53 हुआ? वो तो 52 ही रहेगा। अनलेस एंड अनटिल व्हेन आई सेंड अ न्यू रिपोर्ट, देन यू हैव अ 53। वंस अगेन स्टूडेंट का काउंट मेरा हो गया 75। क्या आपके पास वो रिपोर्ट आया 75? नहीं आया। करेक्ट, बिकॉज आपके पास जो रिपोर्ट है वो रिपोर्ट मुझे ऑलवेज कैसे करके भेजना पड़ता है? बाय मीन्स ऑफ सेंडिंग थ्रू द ईमेल्स, या जब तक मैं आपको नहीं दूंगा एज अ न्यू स्क्रीन और न्यू रिपोर्ट, तब तक आपके पास नहीं आएगी। सो दिस कैन बी अ वन एग्जांपल। करेक्ट। इसके अलावा अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, सी बिकॉज व्हेन यू लर्न द टैबलू, डेफिनेटली अगला क्वेश्चन आपसे यही पूछा जाएगा कि आपने टैबलू सीखा ही क्यों? सी फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर पेरेंट्स ने आपको 100 रुपीज दिया, यू आर गोइंग बाय रिक्शा और टैक्सी वट एवर इट इज, जब व्हेन यू आस्क टू द सेकंड टाइम, सो प्लीज गिव मी 200 रुपीज, पेरेंट इज रेडी टू गिव यू 100 रुपीज, व्हेन यू आस्क द 200, तो अगला क्वेश्चन क्या पूछेंगे वो? व्हाई वी रिक्वायर वन मोर 100 रुपीज व्हेन द ट्रैवलिंग फेयर इज 100? अब 200 क्यों चाहिए आपको? रीजंस बताने पड़ेंगे। सो व्हेन यू आर गोइंग बैक टू द एनी कंपनी और एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दे विल आस्क द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन। जब हमारे पास एक्सेल है, हमारे पास टैबलू है, हमारे पास एसक्यूएल है, सो देन व्हाई वी नीड टू लर्न दिस पावर बीआई? दिस इज अ वेरी कॉमन क्वेश्चन। एक आंसर आपका था वो वेरी जेन्युइन, दैट इज द करेक्ट आंसर। अब अगला क्यों चाहिए? थिंक करो, बिकॉज व्हाई आस्क यू द क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज आपने थोड़ा एप्लीकेशन सीखा है। यू आर नॉट ओनली द पावर बीआई इज अ फर्स्ट लर्निंग, आपने ऑलरेडी डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन के लिए टैबलू ऑलरेडी सीखा है। इवन प्राइमरी डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन वी डू इट इनटू एक्सेल। तो अब मुझे क्यों चाहिए? Yes, online participants, you also can interact. It's not necessary only for the offline. See, today we have a theoretical sessions where we are going to learn how to install the Power BI, what is a Power BI, where it can be used, what are the different applications, and what are the material contents you are going to learn into this. ठीक है? Yes. हाँ जी, कुछ और आंसर आपकी तरफ से? आपके साथ में और 2-3 लोग थे ना जो फ्रेंड आपके, वो किधर? हाँ, अच्छा ऑनलाइन है, ओके वेरी गुड। करें, बिकॉज फ्रेंड्स तो साथ में होने चाहिए ना। हाँ, नहीं नहीं, नो प्रॉब्लम, कोई बात नहीं। ठीक है, यस प्लीज टेल मी, हमें क्यों चाहिए पावर बीआई? सी इट्स अ जेन्युइन रियली आंसर आना चाहिए या नहीं आना चाहिए? क्या आपको लगता है सिर्फ हमें पावर बीआई सीखने ही आना चाहिए? पावर बीआई का इंस्टॉलेशन, हाउ टू रन दिस पावर बीआई, उसको सिर्फ पावर बीआई को चलाना आना चाहिए? नहीं, क्योंकि इंटरव्यूअर आपसे ये 100% क्वेश्चन पूछेगा ही पूछेगा। अगर आप एक पर्टिकुलर मैनेजर हैं, अगर योर डेजिग्नेशन इज प्रमोटेड, सो देयर मस्ट बी सम क्वेश्चन मार्क व्हाई यू आर प्रमोटेड, वो आंसर आपको देने पड़ेंगे। करें, कंपनी पूछेगी ना जब आप बोलते हो सर मुझे सैलरी हाइक चाहिए, तो क्यों चाहिए? रीजन तो देने पड़ेंगे। सो हियर ऑल्सो यू रिक्वायर अ रीजन। करेक्ट, एक रीजन जो आपने बताया है कि पावर बीआई इज अ लाइव इंटरैक्टिव। लेट्स एज्यूम कि हम एक डेटा के ऊपर वर्क करते हैं। Correct. What data can be anything, your company data or maybe the share market data or maybe school, colleges, any data. मेरा बॉस कहता है कि every Friday you have to send the mail to your clients. हमें हर फ्राइडे को या सैटरडे को क्लाइंट्स को मेल करना पड़ता है। तो अब इस मेल के लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? एवरी सैटरडे को वट एवर वर्किंग वी हैव डन इन अ वीक, एक रिपोर्ट बनानी पड़ेगी, और वो रिपोर्ट क्या करना होगा? मेल करना होगा। Correct? Yeah, just like an example of a share market, as I said, the market runs from Monday to Friday. करेक्ट, सो जो भी उन्होंने ट्रांजेक्शन्स किए हैं वो रिपोर्ट आपको सारे इंडिविजुअल क्लाइंट्स को भेजना है। कब भेजना है? एवरी सैटरडे। नाउ कुछ और कंपनी है जो कहती है कि सर हमारे पास देयर आर एन नंबर ऑफ ए ब्रांचेस, मुंबई, दिल्ली, पुणे, उनका जो भी रिपोर्टिंग है वो आपको एक डेटा एक कंसोलिडेट करना है, और वो कंसोलिडेट करके एक रिपोर्ट बनानी है, और वो रिपोर्ट शेयर करना है, और हमें मंथली डेटा आता है। सो दैट मीन्स एवरी मंथ आई हैव टू सेंड वन फाइल। Correct, now every month I have to share the data, every week I have to share the data. There is a possibility every day also I might share the data. अब इस डेटा के लिए हमारे पास एक्सेल में कोई ऐसा टूल नहीं है। द टूल इज अ मैनुअल। व्हाट इज अ टूल? टूल इज अ मैनुअल। वो मैनुअल रिपोर्ट बनाओ और उनको सेंड करो। नाउ व्हेन यू गो बैक टू द पावर बीआई, देयर इज अ something called as a schedule refresh and schedule automate. क्या कहते हैं हम? Schedule refresh and schedule your automate. So due to this automate, I can send these कि every Friday at 7:30 you have to send my reports. So who will send the report? The Power BI will automatically send the report. Acha, report, should I send it to the departmental person inside? There may be a department, or there may be outside of the department also. Like for example, you are the member of XLR. So that means every Saturday I will send a report to my XLR participants. Correct. So this is another options which Power BI provides as a schedule refresh. For example, my company says I am receiving a data at a late night 1:30. So you can set the time 2 o'clock. My data has to be refreshed. I hope you got the points. Yes or no? So do we require anyone manually to come back, refresh the data and download and send a mail? That is not required. My Power BI is ready to do that. But for that, you require a different services of Power BI. Correct. Excel has only one service where you are working into this Excel. So Power BI has a multiple services. Second options, my user says, I don't want to run the data or check the data on the laptop or desktop. I wanted this data to be on mobile itself. Where? Mobile. So here in the Excel, once again, you have to send the data. He will just log in into the mobile, go to the mail, and then he will download. But if you have a Power BI application, that's a mobile application. So the user will go to that mobile and he will just click on that. So automatically he will get the same reports. मतलब हमें दूसरा benefits क्या है? वो report कहाँ मिलेगी? Mobile के ऊपर. I hope third benefit समझ में आ गया? Yes or no? Now fourth benefit, if you have a API or if you have a web URL, so Power BI also can publish the data just like a link. It can publish the data just like a link. So those who are having a link, they can automatically open this. So these are all the facilities you have this. Correct. Even though, suppose if I want something to display as a barcode or a scanner, I have my dashboard and which I want to display as a barcode or as a scanner. So Power BI also provide this facility कि you can create your page in the format of barcode or scanner. Just like when you go to the company data, they provide you the scanner just to scan and pay the money. So there can be a scanner which this you scan, you will get the entire dashboard. So Power BI provide that also facilities. Are you clear with this? Second options, now we know that everyone goes to the Google. So we have to go to the Google and the Google provides you the ranking for this application. That means the ranking for Excel, ranking for Tableau, ranking for SQL, and the ranking for your Power BI also. I hope clear with this. Now one more, your Excel is a product of which company? Microsoft. Power BI is also a product of, so that means both are from the same company. So if you are having a connection between Excel and the Power BI, there is no authentication is required. You can directly connect to this. But when I try to connect with the Power BI with the Gmail, Power BI with the Gmail, so then you require some authentication. Power BI with the Outlook, then you require some authentication. Power BI with your SQL, then you require some authentication. So Power BI is a well versatile to connect with the more than 100 sources. How many sources? More than 100 sources. Power BI says I can provide you the visuals not in the format of a static, visuals in the format of a dynamic where the visuals are animated. Where the visuals are animated. To have a one example, now you must have seen like there is a one screen which is a continuously scrolling on the railway. The train is arriving on platform number 1, then one more time the screen is scroll, train arriving on platform number 1. If you go to the TV channel, there is a one more scrolling news is going on. Correct now, Baramati is 250 ahead, Nagpur is this. Now, like that way, there is a one bar is scrolling. So the Power BI provides an animated type of visuals also. Do we have any animated visuals in Excel? Answer is no. We have a static visuals. Correct. And here manually you have to refresh, then your visuals is getting refreshed. Yes. हाँ प्लीज इसी क्लास के हो आप? ठीक है, इतना भी लेट नहीं हुए क्योंकि 9 o'clock तक क्लास है, तो उसके पहले तक आप आ सकते थे. करेक्ट. बट एज वी नो दैट इंडिया इज अ ग्रेट कंट्री. नहीं है ग्रेट कंट्री, है ना? एंड इंडियंस आर टू ग्रेट, वो कभी भी आ सकते हैं. सो प्लीज मेक अ टाइम, आपको ऑन टाइम करना है. चलो. So we are discussing about the Power BI and we have a first day of a Power BI and there is a theoretical sessions, correct? So we have not done any kind of a practical. We are just discussing about why the Power BI is needed. Chalo. Okay, so let's continue with the further discussion. Correct. कहाँ पे था मैं? Why the
Animated
Power BI is
values.
needed. Correct. Now I have explained why the Power BI is needed. So Power BI has a multiple services. Now, when we go back to the Google, so Google is also provide the ranking for your application. Now, for example, when you go to the college, there is a rank. Yes or no? Suppose, for example, 50, 60, 90, 45, 35, 78. Correct. Who is the first rank into this? How do you find? इसमें से ये जो data, I hope you can see the screen, everyone. Correct. These are the data. Let's consider these the marks of a student. So now, could you please tell me who is the first rank? इसमें फर्स्ट रैंक किसका है? कैसे फाइंड करते रैंक? नाउ आर यू गोइंग टू से मैं इसे अरेंज करूं असेंडिंग डिसेंडिंग ऐसा? नहीं. दैट कैन बी अ वे बट दैट्स अ मैनुअल. यस. अच्छा, यहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हैं मैं लिखूं लार्ज ऐसा इक्वल टू लार्ज, ऐसे बोल रहे हैं? अच्छा, इसको सेलेक्ट कर लिया, लॉक भी कर दिया, कॉमा 1. सो आई गॉट द फर्स्ट लार्जेस्ट. अब मैं इसे ड्रैग करूंगा तो क्या बाकी के आ जाएंगे? गाइस यस. आप क्या करेंगे? क्या सोच रहे हैं? लाइफ लाइन दू, फोन अ फ्रेंड? Yes, audience full. Now guys, in the Excel we have a ready-made. See, even ये भी formula correct है, but आप यहाँ पे logic नहीं apply कर रहे हैं. Logic is what? This is giving a first. फिर ये क्या दे रहा है? Second, ये third, ये fourth, ये fifth and sixth. How many numbers I have? 6 number. अब यहाँ पे मुझे लिखना है. See, we are not doing a Excel, but कहीं कहीं मुझे interact करना होगा. Large. Let me select these. Lock, comma. How many numbers I have? So I may just go to the sequence and type the 6. Do you remember? Yes or no? So it auto populate and it provide you the first number, second number, third, fourth, and but immediately when you go to the interview and you reply such kind of a things, he will ask this: who is going to count if the numbers are more? Suppose ऐसे नंबर बड़े आ गए तो क्या अब आंसर करेक्ट है क्या? अब यूजर को क्या करना होगा? जल्दी से बोलो, प्लीज टेल मी. ही हैज टू गो एंड डू इट. 6 को क्या करना होगा? 9 करना होगा. सो फिर से वो कहेगा सर ये तो मैनुअली है ना. फिर से नए स्टूडेंट आ गए, देन व्हाट? सो आई नीड सम सॉर्ट ऑफ मेथड which automatically, I hope clear with this. Yes or no? Okay, so what does it mean? Let me go to, there is a count. Let me, yes please, let me go to the count. The count will count all these numbers. Even you can select some more extra also. I guess clear. So when I press enter, count is saying how many? 9. Okay. Let me just do it somewhere here. 9 is cleared, yes or no? So I will say that equal to, what is the formula? Large. Let me select this area. Even if I want, I can select some more also. Lock, comma, then go to where? Sequence. Either inside the sequence, I'll apply the formula called as count, or already I have somewhere, I may connect to this also. Are you clear? Please confirm. Is this I got all largest? Suppose there are 5, 6, two more entries. Is this they are automatic updated? Yes or no? Please confirm. Correct. So your client may require such kind of an answer. But instead of getting these large sequence, you generally preferred the formula called as, what is the formula? Rank. So here I have to go to the rank. Now he's saying, for which number are you going to calculate the rank? See, these all the numbers are there. For which number you are interested to calculate the rank? For example, I want to calculate for this number. But later on, I might go to the this. I have to calculate rank for all my participants. Are you clear? So this comma, from which cell I am going to refer into this. Let me lock, comma, which pattern do you require? I require the descending pattern. Let me close and press enter. So here it says your rank is a 6th. Here it says your rank is a 6th, for which this number the rank is 6th. Not for this. For this number rank is 6. Let me just drag it. So you will get the rank for all the numbers. I hope clear, yes or no? So similar way, see where is the first number? First number goes to where? 95. Here I have to check manually. This is a first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, like that way. I hope clear? So that means whenever there is a rank, so you have to connect to the formula called as a rank. Okay. Now let me just come back to my once again Power BI. These are the theoretical session to understand. Okay. So now whenever there is a data, so you need to provide the rank on your application. For example, I am using a Excel. So what is the global rank given for this Excel? Sir, I am using a SQL. So what is the global rank is given for this? Sir, I am using a Power BI. So what is the rank given for this? Who provides the rank? Not by myself. You have to go to the Google. You have to go to Google and search for the rank for this. So there are many applications. Due to this, we require to use the Power BI. My question was, why to use the Power BI? When you have already learned as a Excel, you have already learned as a SQL, you have already learned as a Tableau. So even though the Tableau is also kind of a visualization, but generally we preferred as a, instead of Tableau, we preferred the Power BI. Why the Power BI? Because Power BI is a product of a Microsoft, Excel is a product of Microsoft. So they have a very good bonding. It's just like in a family, brother and sister. So similar way, they have a very good bonding. Second options, they have a price factor also. That means if you are going for the reporting purpose, then you have to buy the Power BI application. When you are going to provide reporting purpose, so then you have to buy this Power BI. So the Power BI is a less charge as compared to the Tableau. I hope clear what did I said? The Power BI is less charge as compared to Tableau. So that is the reason in the market, peoples are more interacted or the companies are more interacted with the Power BI. Why? One application, it is a connected to Excel and Power BI. That's an internal connectivity. The charges is less. Second options, it provides the interactive services. Correct now, interactive services means I have a dashboard which can be published on live. Then there is a schedule refresh. As I said, whenever you required, you can refresh your data as given in the time. 10:30, 9:30, 11:30, approximately more than 12 refresh we can provide. See, I tried with the 10 to 12. I guess maximum is 24. Correct now? What do you mean by 24? That means I can refresh my data every 1 hour, every 2 hour, every 4 hours, every day. Getting it my point? Yes or no? Correct. So these kind of, if you are getting the data as a continuously, so you can go and refresh your data. For example, like if I am going to perform any buying and selling activity on the share market. So when I can buy at the 9 o'clock, when I can close my call before the market closes, for example, 3:30. So that means I required my data either should refresh where either 9:30 or otherwise in the when the market closed 3:30. But the market data, that means every second the person can do the buying and selling activity. So the data must be refreshed in a not even a second, less than second it has to refresh. Are you getting it my point? Yes or no? So that kind of a refresh schedule is provided by the Power BI. Even though Power BI is also capable of capturing your live data. Suppose, for example, there is a live interview is going on. Out of 100, 20 people have already given the interview. So I wanted the count how many have done and how many are pending. So immediately when the next person goes, here I have a counting. Interview is running on, so I have a counting. Cricket match is going on, I can have a live data. The market is going on, I can have a live data. So that is a kind of a interactions where you have a live data. Correct. Even if you have a video recorded, there is a something as a live that also can be fetched into this. So Power BI is having a more than 100 plus connector. That means these are the sources from where you can get the data. I hope clear this. Let's see some more concept. Now come back to this where we are running with this Power BI introductions. Okay. So here I have a Power BI ecosystem. So Power BI says, I hope you all can see the Excel screen. Okay. So Power BI says, I have a application name called as a Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop is a core platform for the developers. The person who create a design, correct now? The person who creates a design. So all these things can be done into where? Power BI desktop. And the Power BI desktop is your free application where you don't have to pay anything. That's the reason I call it as free applications. I hope clear with this. Please confirm yes or no. Okay. The Power BI desktop is also known as a standalone. What do you mean by the standalone? That means you have to go to the portal, you have to download this. You have to go to portal and download this, and whatever you performed in your application, that will be not given anywhere except in your system. So that is the reason it is known as a standalone. One person is working on that. That is a desktop applications. I hope clear with this. Yes, no, please confirm. Then we have a second tool known as a Power BI, but it is known as what? Services. Is this clear? When we are going for the services, you have to pay the money. So it is a paid services. It is a paid services. If you are working in a company, for example, I am working for the Tata, I am working for the Reliance, I am working for LG, whatever the company. So when you are working with a company, so they have already purchased this Power BI services. And when you join this company, so immediately the company provides you the email ID for running their website, for sending the email to their client, receiving the mails. So they are sharing you what as company email. What is that? Company email. So when you have a company email, through the company email, you can access these services as a free. But you require which type of email ID? Company email, not your Gmail or Yahoo. This will not work. I repeat, your Gmail or Yahoo, this will not work. Correct? For working for these services, you require to have what? What did I mention? Company email. Correct now, sir. From where I will get the company email? When you join the company, because that is their responsibility to provide you this. Are you clear? So that means to access these services, we are a student. So, but still you require to have a either corporate or company email ID. Otherwise, you can't do any services. But as we know that India is a great country, we have a lot of adjustment or jugaad. We have a lot of adjustment or jugaad. But please think about the Microsoft is also very smart. They also try to analyze in the back end how many are doing this kind of a jugaad or the adjustment. So they put their restriction also. They put their restrictions. I don't know whether you have a practice into Tableau how to use the paid services. किसी ने paid services कोई use किया है? You can use these services only when you have a corporate company ID or paid ID, or otherwise you should know how to use this kind of a jugaad. Correct. Now, what is the meaning of jugaad? Jugaad means the kind of adjustment. For example, here I just said, suppose let's have a name. Okay. Now, let me just give you, what do you mean by jugaad this? Now, can you see this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Now, let me have their sales. Sales is 100, 200, randomly, hypothetical, कुछ तो लिख रहा हूं. Now, अभी immediately इसकी एक chart बनानी है. So I may go here, insert, I may click to this. This is my chart. This is everyone knows. There is nothing special I did. ये तो सभी को पता था. Now I wanted this chart should not be like this. I want the chart should be in a different format. So immediately I just went to this. I tried with the shape. Immediately I went to this. For example, this is a shape. I want my chart to be like this kind of a shape. So do we have any chart which is provided by this? Do we have like this kind of a ऐसे shape का chart है हमारे पास? When you go back to any chart, we don't have that kind of a things. Correct? So what I will do, I will just immediately just do the Control C, copy. Let me click to this and I will do paste. कुछ notice किया आपने क्या हो गया ये? Correct now. So it's a kind of a what I did kind of a jugaad. I did kind of a jugaad or the adjustment because it is not given by the Microsoft. So what I did, I paste this on this. So instead of this, suppose if I have any image, just like a photo of a male, correct now. So I will paste into this. So it will just display like male photos. I hope clear with this. Okay. So here also for accessing your company services, you required as a company or the corporate emails. Correct. Now, when the services lecture comes, then I will tell you how we can use this kind of a jugaad also. Then they are saying we have to go to the as a promo user or the premium users. Correct. For accessing these services, you have to go to the paid, either the promo or premium users. But why we require this? So here generally there is an admin activity. In the Power BI services, what is admin activity? Now, what do you mean by admin activity? Suppose you have taken or you have created one of the Gmail account. So while creation of a Gmail, where your data goes, आपका डेटा कहाँ स्टोर होता है? आपने एक Gmail में नया अकाउंट ओपन कर लिया, सो वो डेटा कहाँ स्टोर हो रहा है? Gmail के साथ में कोई स्टोरेज भी लेते हैं आप? यस और नो? आपने जो मेल किसी को सेंड किया वो कहाँ स्टोर होता है? अच्छा, किसी और ने आपको मेल सेंड किया वो कहाँ स्टोर होता है? किसी बंदे ने आपको इमेज सेंड किया वो कहाँ स्टोर होता है? कॉलेज ने कोई नोट सेंड किया वो कहाँ स्टोर होता है? कोई स्टोरेज लोकेशन आप बाय करते हैं? गाइस, आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. यस और नो? तो फिर आप आंसर क्यों नहीं देते हो? एज आई मेंशन, यू कैन कम्युनिकेट इन हिंदी, इंग्लिश, मराठी या फिर और भी कोई लैंग्वेजेस चाहिए, तमिल, तेलुगु. आप बोलोगे चलेगा, मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है, आई डोंट माइंड, पर आपको तो आना चाहिए तमिल और तेलुगु. कोई ऐसा है? तमिल और तेलुगु में इतना क्यों हैप्पी हो गए? हिंदी, इंग्लिश, मराठी अच्छा नहीं? तो फिर yes, so there is an admin activity. That means I have just created my account. अब आगे का वो स्पेस कहाँ होगा वो मेरा टास्क नहीं है. That's already taken care by Gmail admin. I hope clear with this. You create your account into particular YouTube में आपने अकाउंट बनाया, आपने एक वीडियो वहां पे पब्लिश कर दिया. क्या वो वीडियो कहाँ सेव कर रहे हैं आप? देयर इज अ क्लाउड. यूट्यूब के पास अपना क्लाउड है, जीमेल के पास अपना क्लाउड है, अमेजोन के पास अपना क्लाउड है. तो दे आर सेविंग दिस डेटा इनटू देयर क्लाउड्स. क्या वो आपने परचेस किया है? नहीं सर, आपने सिर्फ ईमेल क्रिएट किया हुआ है. करेक्ट नाउ? दे आर गिविंग यू द एमबी साइज 10 MB, 15 MB, 40 MB एज अ फ्री. वो तब तक आप यूज कर सकते हैं जब तक उनका एमबी फ्री है. आई होप क्लियर विद दिस. यस और नो? करेक्ट नाउ? आप जैसे व्हाट्सएप पे कोई डेटा यूज कर रहे हैं, समवन सेंड इट टू दिस, तो वो डेटा कहाँ जा रहा है हमारे पास? वो तो हमारे मोबाइल के उसमें स्टोर हो रहा है ना. यस और नो? अगर आपके मोबाइल में स्टोरेज नहीं होगा तो व्हाट्सएप का डेटा आता है आपको? नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज यू आर स्टोरिंग इनसाइड दिस. करेक्ट. बट व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जीमेल, याहू, हॉटमेल, तो ये डेटा कहाँ जा रहा है? ये डेटा स्टोर्ड ऑन द क्लाउड. बट वो क्लाउड में कितना स्पेस लेना है वो मेरा टास्क नहीं है. That's decided by the company itself. For every user, they are saying हम आपको 10 MB 50 MB 40 MB एज अ फ्री दे रहे हैं, तब तक आप इंजॉय करो हमारी सर्विस. बट हियर द पावर BI says when you are a user of a promo or premium, I will take care of your admin activity. What are my admin activity? That means I need all the permission for doing a scheduling and the user control. What do you mean by user controls? सर आपने किसी n number of person को मेल भेजा हुआ है, so the record is also there with them. For example, मैंने किसी बंदे को एक मेल सेंड किया and there are some bad messages मैंने लिख के सेंड कर दिया and I am very smart, मैंने उस मेल को डिलीट कर दिया. लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है आपने डिलीट कर दिया, when there is in the back end, so क्या वो पता नहीं चलेगा आपने मेल किसको भेजा था? So the company is also having a record. आपने अपने डैशबोर्ड में से डिलीट किया हुआ है, लेकिन उनके डैशबोर्ड में तो है ना बैक एंड में. So they are also storing their data itself. So that is meaning of scheduling and controlling your data. See the here the core, that means the admin will take care of all your activity which you are doing on Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. I hope clear with this. We don't have to manage the admin activity. So admin activity is managed by the system called as a SaaS, that is software available as services. Are you clear with this? You just open your Gmail, sending the mail, receiving the mail, downloading it. Correct. Now these all the already taken care by whom? Admin. आप उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं करते. I hope clear with this. So the Power BI is a SaaS application. Your Excel is not a SaaS application. Excel में अगर मैंने यहाँ पे कोई फाइल बनाई है, अब इसको क्या मैनुअली आपको यहाँ जाके सेव करना पड़ेगा? अगर किसी को सेंड करना है तो I have to send this. Correct now? So these are the manual activity. But in the Power BI, this is a services. This is the core area where the admin takes interaction. Now this software is available where? On your cloud system. Correct now? You have to just purchase this service, either promo or premium. Rest of the data managed by Microsoft on the cloud itself. Is this clear? Yes or no? Now please confirm. Is this clear? Okay. Now there are different charges for this. There are different charges. Let's do not go into the charges. So you require the pro and the premium where the charges is also required. There are some of the companies, they are also purchasing on premises. What did I said? There are certain companies, they are also purchasing the service as well as the storage on the cloud. So we call it as a on storage premises. Now why we require this on storage premises? For example, I have taken the service of Power BI. So that means the admin activity is taken care by whom? Microsoft. Let's assume I am the bank and I have taken the some of the services of the Power BI, that is a Microsoft. If tomorrow Microsoft says my cloud is not able to refresh, if tomorrow Microsoft says my cloud is not able to, just for the example, my cloud is not able to refresh, so is this bank can send the correct data to their clients? Because your data is stored where? Inside the cloud of a Microsoft, but the Microsoft cloud is not getting refreshed. Then what happened to your client? Can your client will get the latest update? Answer is no. So your company require on-premises storage. So that means they are the separate buyer. They are the bulk buyer. So they connect to the admin part ki we require on-premises. For example, I am working for HDFC Bank. So I required my premises to be stored into Mumbai. Once again, I require my on-premises into Delhi, Pune, Allahabad. I have a very huge branches. So that means in every place they require their own on-premises. I hope clear with this point. What is the benefit? They are itself as an admin activity. Correct now. So the bank will take care of all these activities because they require on-premises. Is this clear? But it happens to the large set of companies, not like a small. Okay. So I hope the meaning of this is clear. What is the meaning of paid services? Is this clear? Then once again, the Power BI says, I have a third services called as a Power BI mobile services, where you can use this mobile services. That means you have to install the app. आपको एक मोबाइल में क्या इंस्टॉल करना है? ऐप. And when you install this app, you can run as a free applications, but you require the mobile app. Correct? Now it's supposed for 3 operating system. That's a Windows, Android, and iOS. Now let's come back to the next service, that is the Power BI embedded services. Where the Power BI, when we say the embedded services, that means your data is written into the scripting languages. That is, it's a embedded languages where human can't read the data, but the Power BI can read the script data also. I hope clear. So mainly your Power BI's application comes in. Yes, please confirm where Power BI application comes in. Desktop application, Power BI services, Power BI mobile user, and Power BI embedded services. Correct now? Now let's go and cross check what is the ranking is given by this. Now please confirm, is this clear, this screen, everyone? Yes or no? So are you able to explain why the Power BI is required? First question, the Power BI provide the desktop for learning user as a free. That is, most of the developing activities, designing activity is done into the desktop. Then we require, after designing, you have to publish this report and send it to your XYZ. So that is taken care of as a services or admin part. Third, we have a Power BI mobile user. Then we require a, sometime we require embedded. Sometime we require a embedded. For example, when you go back to and appear some of the exam, see earlier they are saying for just doing a login and your password. Login and the password. So here the login is given, here the password is given. The new pattern is what? Instead of login and password, they are just giving you this kind of a barcode. Let me just give you the barcode to understand. Just 1 second. Now, so they are giving this kind of a barcode. Can you see this? It's an attendance barcode. It's a feedback barcode. It's a live tracking. Correct. So now here they will provide you this. This is a data they will provide. So what is your role? You have to just scan this. Once you scan, so your name, your roll number, your rest of the credential, they confirm from here itself. I hope clear with this. Yes or no? Correct. So this is known as what? This is known as what? This is a barcode, correct? So they have a created in the form of what? Embedded. So that there should not be leakage of this. There should not be the leakage of this. So you have to scan and then send it. Here, everyone? Okay. Let's move further and discuss the few more things, correct? So now we have already discussed why to go for the Power BI, correct? So there is a Tableau is also visualization in the market. There is a Google Data Studio is also visualization. There is a Qlik Sense is also, and D3. So these are the multiple visualization in the market. Correct. So sir, should I learn into this? You have already learned. That is a one application Tableau, and you are learning into second application. Now the question comes, sir, why should I will go for only Power BI? Is this Tableau is not good enough to use? I have given you the several example. Why compare with the Tableau and the Power BI? One is the cost, second is user friendly. One is the cost, second is user friendly. Correct. So here why when I say the user friendly, it's a product of a Microsoft. Excel is a product of a Microsoft. There is a huge number of a crowd. They are using this Excel. You go to any company, they will never say we are not the user of Excel. Even अपने primary college में गए, school में गए, so slowly they also started teaching this. And trust me, in the upcoming days, you have a mandatory requirement. Just like when you join any company, they said mandatory requirement is what? You should be a graduate. So they will say that it's a compulsory requirement. You should have a Excel knowledge. Otherwise, you are not allowed. Correct, because of the data. Because of the data. Okay. Now let's come back to here for the answer for this. One is known as a Google trend. What is known as Google trend? Let me just go here. See, as I mentioned, today we have a theoretical session. So I will completely cover all the theory part. Correct? So here you have to open the Google. Are you clear? Now here you have to write as Google trend. Correct. So Google trend is meant for what? See, trend means what? See, kai bar sometime you have a dress pattern. This is going in the trend. Correct now. So you buy the dress accordingly. When you go back to any other cosmetic item, this is a trend. Let's buy this. So similar way. So here we just find the trend. What is going on? Are you clear? Yes or no? Now here, let me just write Power BI. Microsoft Power BI software, yes or no? When I go here, it says you want to find the ranking in India for past how many? No, no, not 24 hours. It's useless. Let's go for past week, past month, 3 year, 1 year. Let's go to past 5 years. Let's go to past 5 years or 2004 till this, whatever you wanted. So when I go and search into this, it says these all the users are slowly increasing from this. What did I say? Users are slowly increasing. Let's compare the Power BI and compared with some other application. Add one more search. So let me go to one more search. That search is nothing but, what is that? Microsoft Excel. Yes or no? Please confirm. So that means we are doing Microsoft Excel and this. Is this clear? You can go to the Tableau, you can go to any other options also. Now, if you look at to these, if you look at to this chart, so here we have a comparison content. So here we have a comparison between Power BI as well as your Excel. So when I come back to this, can you see here the line goes? Here also line goes to this. So this line is indicate what is in the trend. This line indicates what is in the trend. Even any changes. Now see this is the application of what? See, this is your application of not Power BI. Microsoft Excel. And Microsoft Excel has a 76 user and the Power BI is having. So that means the still Power BI is slowly is keep on increasing. Correct? I hope clear with this. But just to think about your Excel. Just to think about Excel. So similar way, you can compare with the any application. For example, let me just go back to, instead of this, I will remove and add the application name called as Tableau. I hope clear. Please confirm. Let's go and check into this. Let's go and check into this. Here it says Power BI how much? And the Tableau. So is this what is in the trend? So can we find it out with this? Correct now? See, if you are joining or if you are searching with this, so we can easily find it out what is there in the trend. So here it indicates your Power BI is in trend. So the slowly, even the Power BI is still in the growing age. Even it's nothing like that way the peoples are not using a Tableau software. Still it is used in the market, but they are charging 3 times as compared to your Microsoft. So that is the reason. And do you think Microsoft will allow someone else to go ahead? क्या वो चुपचाप बैठा रहेगा? Sir, that is not possible. Why I said that is not possible? Microsoft is trying to give you everything which is required and doing by the others. वो सारा डेटा इसी में ला रहा है. So think about your Microsoft is just like a Salman Khan of your movie. So he's trying to get everything inside this. Now slowly user goes into the share market. So Microsoft understand, let me give you where the person can do the analysis of market also. See, the person require the data from some other sources. For example, my data is not in Excel, my data is in website. So Microsoft understand if your data in a website, get and transform. So here you have an option where you can get the data from the file, from database, from Microsoft Azure, from the Fabric, and there are online services. So that means Microsoft is not sitting quite. I hope clear with this, yes or no? So Microsoft wants every user to use this application. So that is reason he's trying more than 1000%. Correct now to maintain their reputation in the market. Correct. So that's only reason that this is in the more trend as compared to Tableau and Power BI. I hope you got the clarity, yes or no. So there is a Google trend where we can check into this. The maximum number of features, 1200, the DAX function can be tried into this. How many? 1200 DAX function can be this. More than 280 visuals we can try into Power BI. What do you mean by visuals? When I go back to here, so these are the visuals. These all the, there is no data. Let me go to all. So these are the different types of a visuals. These are all different types of visuals. I hope everyone clear with this. Okay, let me move further. So here the costing is cheaper as compared to the other application. Data connectivity more than 100 sources. Data from structure and unstructured data. What is the structure and unstructured? What is the structure and unstructured? Huh? Tabular form is a structural format. I have a name, comma, physics, comma, chemistry, comma, maths. Is this correct? Please confirm, is this correct? No. For example, here I have a item name called as apple, comma, mango. Here, mango, comma, okay, and then price 100 and 250. Here the mango is 250, comma, 50 and 45. Can you see the data clearly? Please confirm. Online, offline, please confirm. Yes, no, online, offline. Correct. Now, could you please tell me, let me say here the person. Correct? A, B and C. Correct. What is the total amount paid by the B? भाई कहाँ लिखा है 300?
250 plus 50.
But where is written 250 plus 50? Where is written 250 plus 50? Generally, हमारा डेटा ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. I hope clear with this. हमारा डेटा कैसे होना चाहिए? There must be a price, or I can say the amount 1 and then amount 2. Sir, why amount 1 and 2? Because ये डेटा ही ऐसे लिखा हुआ है. So you have to tell me this is as 100 and then 250, then 250, then 50, and then here 45. And there is a final column amount. So I'm expecting equal to this plus this. And then let me drag this. अब आप कहेंगे कि हाँ सर, the person C purchased the product kiwi and the price is 45. तो क्या ये स्ट्रक्चर हमें दिया हुआ था हमारे डेटा में? नहीं था सर. So even though your structure is not clear, your structure is not cleared, तो ये unstructured data हो गया. Are you clear with this? When I prepared in this format, see, generally my data is required this column and this column. Correct now? ऐसा data होना चाहिए. So when we have a data like this, so I will say that, okay, this is a structure. यहाँ पे person ABCD and what is the amount he paid. So I can create a graph, map, something मैं बना सकता हूँ. Are you clear with this? Okay. Otherwise, अगर ऐसे data मिला तो हम नहीं बना सकते. Now suppose instead of giving this answer as a manually, क्या हम इसको डायरेक्ट ऐसे स्ट्रक्चर में बना सकते हैं? Guys, you have already learned the Excel. इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि टैबलू या पावर बीआई सीखा तो एक्सेल कुछ काम का ही नहीं. See, father is always, वो चिल्ड्रन से हमेशा स्मार्ट ही रहेगा. So your Excel is a father of the application. आपका एप्लीकेशन एक्सेल से ही स्टार्ट हो रहा है तो ये फादर हमेशा स्ट्रॉन्ग रहेगा. See, instead of this, my client says, ये सब जो मैनुअली कर रहे हैं ये तो मैनुअली लिखा ना आपके सामने. So can we have a automate to this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. कैसे जाएंगे?
Flash fill.
फ्लैश फिल. सर फ्लैश फिल से आपका कैलकुलेशन कैसे होगा? सी फ्लैश फिल से ये डेटा आपका सेग्रीगेट हो जाएगा. आई होप डेटा सेग्रीगेशन इज क्लियर. करेक्ट. नाउ आप जो कह रहे हैं फ्लैश फिल से, लाइक आई हैव टू टाइप दिस, मैं इसको फिर सेलेक्ट कर लेता हूं, लेट मी प्रेस, ऐसे कर रहे हैं आप.
Yes, sir.
Even I have a problem with the flash fill also. Problem with flash fill also. अब ये डेटा को मैं कैसे मैनेज करूं?
Substitute कर सकते हैं.
डेटा को हम 100,25, ठीक है. चलो. Now, see, generally, this is not your Excel class, but मैंने आपसे कहा है कि slowly I will connect to this also. Correct, whenever it is required. So here I need the ready-made formula that is known as a text split. That is known as text split. See, आपको लगता है कि sir I am very good in Power BI and the client will hire a 2 person, one for doing a Excel and one for doing a Power BI? नहीं सर, उसको तो एक ही बंदा चाहिए who is a good enough to capable of handling all the data. Are you clear with this? Good enough for capable of handling all the data. So text split, this is a text, comma. From where do you want to break? From where do you want to break? Please confirm. There is a comma. There is a comma. So in the double quotes, I said comma is a delimiter. Comma is a let me close and enter. I hope this is clear. Please confirm. Okay. I am not happy with this. मेरा आंसर अभी तक यहां तक आ गया हुआ है. Are you clear with this? But still I am not happy. My user doesn't want this. उसे तो amount चाहिए. So what I will do, मैं यहाँ पे इसके साथ में क्या ऐड कर रहा हूँ? Sum. Correct. Now, but when I use the text split, this data is a text. So I will say that you please either multiply it with some mathematics so that it present into the number format. So that it present into some. Now let me add. Let me add one more bracket. Okay, let's connect to this and check. Otherwise, I have to multiply with this. Okay. 100 plus this, I got the total. Correct? Only I have a, let me remove this. Nice. So that means I have to find one application. Let's say multiplied by 1. Okay. This multiplied or minus sign just to convert into the numeric format. So now I have the product name and automatically I got this. So tomorrow, if this is kiwi, comma, correct, there can be another price also. For example, chalo, mango, comma, chiku, correct. So here it will say 45, comma, 100, comma, 200. So what is the total amount? 300 plus. अरे कुछ गलत लिखा, सॉरी. 45, 100, 300. अच्छा, ये डेटा में क्या मिस्टेक्स हो रहा है हमारा? लेट मी राइट 45, 100, 300. अच्छा, अब ये डेटा ही नहीं आ रहा है, तो चलो 45, 150. क्या यहाँ तक ड्रैग नहीं किया? Let me clean this. See, otherwise it should generally display the same answer. ठीक है, it's working. Nothing like that way. या इसको 100 कर देता हूँ. ठीक है, देन आई हैव टू फाइंड इट आउट कि अब इसमें क्या इश्यूज आ रही. अदरवाइज तो वी आर एबल टू मैनेज दिस इफ द डेटा इज गिवन एज price is given into this. So you have to use the formula to convert your data for understanding proper format. So that is the power of your Excel. So primary, the data comes into the Excel, and from the Excel, your data goes to the Power BI and the Tableau and the rest of the application. So initially you should know how to handle the data primary into Excel. Now this is a answer of your structure and unstructured data. Then we have a Power BI is also recognized one of the company called as a Gartner company. So they are providing as a standardization. Let me just go back to the Google. Now let me go to check with this Power BI. Okay. So even if you go here, now you have to search for this. There may be some other reports also. So in the report, they have a mention that the Power BI is a world mostly used the data. Correct? But that is a old reports. See, Tableau is what? See, please read this. Correct. So we have to go and check with the authenticity of a data, but you have to go and read this. Correct. But this is a company which provides you as a recognition. So they are also saying that Tableau offers as a agentic analytics AI, even though the Power BI is also having a AI features. So where I have to find it out, but you have to do your own research so that you can have a compared Tableau with Power BI. So this is another format which says why the Power BI is used in the market. Now let's move to the next application. Power BI works with the Excel, CSV file, SQL, Access, Outlook, PDF, and worldwide data. Worldwide data means we can directly get the data from your websites. That is the meaning of your worldwide. Okay. Now let's come back to here. There is a data. When I type this 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, and these are the Power BI. So what is this? This is known as what? What do you understand by this? Please confirm. What do you understand by this? While looking to this, what do you by this is the data? Yes, no? इसको देख के क्या समझ में आया हमें? Yes, online, offline. This is what? What do you understand by this? While looking to this, what do you understand? क्या है ये? बोलो yes or no? It's a information, correct? Now, ये क्या बता रहा है हमें? ये 2 is what? ये क्या information दे रहा है? किस चीज का नंबर है ये? किसका रैंकिंग? हाँ?
तो सीरियल नंबर है या फिर कुछ तो नहीं.
You are just guessing. You don't
Yes.
have a correct information. अच्छा इसको जाने दो. अब आप compare इसको करो. Now please look at to this, look at to this, and look at to this. क्या आप बताएंगे ये क्या है? What is the number 2?
आईडी है आईडी.
Yes. Now can you tell me ये क्या है? See, now nobody says here what is this. You directly say this is a course. You directly say this is a student ID. So that means here my data is having the title. My data is having a title. So in the technical language, we call it as a metadata. क्या बोलते हैं हम इसे? And यहाँ पे जो नीचे ये data दिखाई दे रहा है, this we call it as a data. Human understand? Can human understand like this? क्या हम इसे समझ सकते हैं? No. अच्छा. Immediately, let me just come back to one more aspect. यहाँ पे हमने एक screen लिया था. नॉट दिस, शायद यहाँ पे ही था। हाँ, इज दिस, कैन वी अंडरस्टैंड, ये क्या है? कुड यू प्लीज कंफर्म, क्या है ये? व्हाट इज इट कंटेनिंग, वो बताओ मुझे। ये बार कोड है वो तो वर्ल्ड में सबको पता है, ये बार कोड में क्या है वो मुझे बताओ सर, इसके अंदर क्या है वो बता दो आप मुझे। So that means being as a human being, we cannot understand this. अगर ये बार कोड से ये इंफॉर्मेशन मिला, then I can understand this. So human understand metadata plus data. Human understand what? Metadata plus. Sir, what is a metadata? So your data must have a headers. Title. इसे हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Metadata. Correct. We cannot understand only this, but we need the data also. So generally human understand metadata plus data. But the system can understand directly data. System can understand directly this. How system understand directly data? Now, suppose you just went to one ATM and you have entered 1250. What is the 1256? क्या उस ATM को समझ में आ गया? Please confirm, क्या वो ATM को समझ में आ गया? For example, I just went to the ATM, I inserted my card, debit card, credit card, जो भी कार्ड है वो इंसर्ट कर दो, और कार्ड इंसर्ट करने के बाद immediately they ask some PIN number, I type this number. Is my machine understand this number? तभी तो पैसे मिलेंगे आपको, वो मैच होगा या नहीं होगा? करेक्ट, मशीन अंडरस्टैंड दिस नंबर। लेकिन अगर मैं आपको ये नंबर देता हूं तो आपको ये नंबर समझ में नहीं आएगा। I hope clear with this, yes or no? Now, if I give you this, you don't understand what is this, but machine understand. Yes. So machine understand what? Machine understand your data, but human understand metadata plus data. क्योंकि हमें ये नहीं समझ में आए, हाँ अगर आपने ये दिया है तो इसके ऊपर मुझे ये भी दे दो कि सर ये क्या है। So now I understand metadata plus data. I hope clear this meaning. Okay. Now let me come back to this. Okay, so here I have a question. Power BI can understand data, information, or both? Power BI can understand, please answer, data, information, or both?
Both, sir.
Yes, Power BI understand both. Correct now. Because see, data is already understanding by the machine. That is okay. Metadata is for my reference because we don't understand. But the machine understand data. That means the machine can understand metadata also. Machine can understand your biometric also. Machine can understand your barcode also. Machine can understand your face also. I hope clear this. Yes or no? Now, अब मैं यहाँ पे एक इमेज ऐड कर देता हूँ. Let me just go here. Picture. Now यहाँ से एक शाहरुख खान मैं ऐड कर रहा हूँ. करेक्ट, आपको जस्ट चेक करना है. कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो चेंज कर देता हूँ. आई डोंट माइंड, मुझे कुछ नहीं है. लेट मी ऐड वन शाहरुख खान इनटू दिस. करेक्ट, क्या अब ये शाहरुख खान आपको दिखाई दे रहा है? हाँ. सो इमीडिएटली वी हैव आंसर कि नहीं सर ये शाहरुख खान है या नहीं है ना, शाहरुख खान है या नहीं है? यस, करेक्ट. So being as this image, we quickly understand कि no sir, this is the correct or this is the incorrect. This is the correct or incorrect. लेकिन ये डेटा देखने के बाद आपने कोई रिएक्शन नहीं दिया कि सर ये क्या है ये, because we don't understand. We don't understand. I hope the meaning is crystal clear. So machine understand biometrics, machine understand metadata, machine understand data, machine understand even sometime your eye, machine understand sometime your voice also. आई होप समझ में आया ये सब. ये सारा डेटा किसको समझ में आता है? मशीन को. ओके, लेट्स कम बैक एंड हैव वन एग्जांपल. अब आप यहां से वापस फोकस करना है. आई एम जस्ट चेंजिंग माय टॉपिक. नाउ लेट्स हैव अ एग्जांपल. वी आर वर्किंग फॉर द सिटी बैंक एंड दे हैव 1000 ब्रांचेस. कितने ब्रांचेस हैं? 1000. अच्छा, ये 1000 ब्रांचेस हैं तो वो कहां पे ब्रांचेस होंगे? ओनली इंडिया? देयर कैन बी आउट ऑफ द इंडिया आल्सो. Correct. So let's consider they have a branch in India, US, and the UK. आई यू क्लियर विद दिस? अच्छा, इंडिया में भी 1000 ब्रांचेस है, यूएस में भी और यूके में, एंड इन दैट दे हैव अ कस्टमर ऑफ 1 करोड़ इन, इट्स अ हाइपोथेटिकल, एक एग्जांपल समझने के लिए, कितना है उनके पास? 1 करोड़ 1 करोड़ 1 करोड़। सो दैट मींस टोटल कस्टमर कितने हैं हमारे बैंक के पास? 3 करोड़। इफ दे आर डूइंग अ 1 ट्रांजेक्शन इन अ डे, तो मंथ में कितने ट्रांजेक्शन होंगे? 30 crore. Now, to analyze the total transaction, total revenue of my bank, what did I said? To analyze the total loan taken, total interest received, total debt, क्या हम इसको एनालाइज कर सकते हैं? हाउ मेनी मैन पावर वी रिक्वायर टू एनालाइज दिस? मैन पावर लगेगा नहीं लगेगा? सर मैन पावर मतलब हम लोग, वो कंफ्यूज है, मैन पावर मतलब ये कौन है? अरे मैन पावर मतलब वी आर द पर्सन, हम ही मैन पावर है हु वर्क्स इन द बैंक। तो अब बैंक को कितने मैन पावर लगेंगे? सपोज आई हैव अ 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, लेट्स हैव अ 1 lakh मैन पावर हु इज वर्किंग इन द बैंक। तो क्या ये 1 lakh मैन पावर हमें करेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन देगा? करेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन देगा या नहीं देगा? जल्दी बोलो, देगा ना कि नहीं देगा? सर इतना बड़ा डेटा हमारे पास आ रहा है, एक दिन में कितना बड़ा डेटा आ रहा है? थिंक अबाउट, नहीं नहीं 1 CR नहीं सर, 1 CR एज अ कस्टमर है 1 करोड़। 1 करोड़ कहां पे है? इंडिया में। 1 करोड़ यूएस में। 1 करोड़, सो टोटल हाउ मेनी करोड़ वी हैव? 3 करोड़
Three.
ऑफ ए कस्टमर, एंड इफ दे आर डूइंग अ 1 ट्रांजेक्शन इन अ डे, सो इन अ डे हमारे पास कितने ट्रांजेक्शन आ रहे हैं? 30 करोड़ ऑफ ए ट्रांजेक्शन इन अ डे। अगर वो पर्सन ने सिर्फ एक ही ट्रांजेक्शन किया तो, लाइक जस्ट अ डिपॉजिट, लेकिन हम तो बैंक में डिपॉजिट भी करते हैं, विड्रॉल भी करते हैं, फंड ट्रांसफर भी करते हैं, एनईएफटी भी करते हैं, आरटीजीएस, देयर आर मल्टीपल एक्टिविटीज। सो इफ दे आर हैविंग अ 30 crores of a transaction in a day, is this possible by human to analyze this? अच्छा, एनालाइज किया, वो करेक्ट होगा इसकी कोई गारंटी? सो देयर मे बी अ मल्टीपल क्वेश्चंस। आपने जो एनालिसिस किया वो करेक्ट है या इनकरेक्ट, पहले वो चेक करो, या करेक्ट है तो कितना % करेक्ट है वो भी चेक करो। ओके, नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, व्हेन द पर्सन डू द ट्रांजेक्शन इन इंडिया, सो इंडिया में कौन सी करेंसी हम यूज कर रहे हैं? अच्छा, जो बंदा ट्रांजेक्शन यूएस में कर रहा है वो कौन सी करेंसी?
डॉलर,
जो बंदा यहाँ पे यूके में कर रहा है उनकी करेंसी।
यूरोस,
नाउ माय डेटा, जो डेटा मेरे पास आ रहा है बैंक में, वो कौन से फॉर्मेट में आ रहा है? कौन सी करेंसी में? रुपीज, डॉलर, पाउंड। So can I say that 1 rupee is equal to $1 and $1 is equal to 1 pound? I got the total as 3 rupees. कर सकता हूं क्या ऐसा? नहीं। So that means we required the data to be converted into the proper currency format so that I can evaluate this. This is a one more challenge. आई होप मीनिंग समझ में आ रहा है, यस और नो? क्या मैं अब इतना क्विकली डेटा को एनालाइज कर पाऊंगा? सो दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, क्योंकि करेंसी कन्वर्जन वो हर दिन चेंज हो रहा है। सी, आपने देखा होगा डॉलर का वैल्यू इंक्रीज हो रहा है, या कल मार्केट इतना अप हुआ, उसका रीजन क्या था? यू अंडरस्टैंड मार्केट क्या है? शेयर मार्केट। कल आपने देखा मार्केट बढ़ गया, क्यों बढ़ गया वो मार्केट?
Trade deal.
सॉरी,
टैरिफ कम हुआ सर।
हाँ, दिस इज द करेक्ट। बजट से उल्टा मार्केट डाउन हो गया। डू यू थिंक एनी बजट हैज गिवन अ गुड इंटेंशन? सी, बजट में क्लियरली स्पेसिफाई किया था कि रिटेल, दैट मींस लाइक अस, रिटेल ट्रेडर मार्केट में नहीं चाहिए। दैट इज द रीजन दे हैव इंक्रीज द एसटीपी एंड रेस्ट ऑफ द अदर चार्जेस। सो गवर्नमेंट का इंटेंशन क्लियर है, जनरल पर्सन दे आर 99% इन अ लॉस, सो दे शुड नॉट बी इन अ मार्केट। लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ने ये नहीं बताया कि सर वहां पे नहीं जाना जहां पे लॉस है, लेकिन वहां पे जाना जहां पे प्रॉफिट होगा। तो प्रॉफिट, अगर कहीं पे लॉस हो रहा है तो कहीं प्रॉफिट तो बताओ हमें। बट गवर्नमेंट ने ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया। दैट इज द रीजन इमीडिएटली मार्केट फॉल्स। दैट इज द रीजन इमीडिएटली मार्केट फॉल्स। नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, स्टूडेंट को कॉलेज में कहा गया है कि हम 20 ग्रेस मार्क पहले देते थे। पहले कितना देते थे? 20। अब मैनेजमेंट ने कहा कि हम स्टूडेंट को ग्रेस नहीं देंगे। तो आपको क्या लगता है, स्टूडेंट अपोज करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे? ऑब्वियसली अपोज करेंगे। हाँ, अगर मैंने कहा उनको हम 20 मार्क्स ग्रेस नहीं देंगे, लेकिन उनको 20 मार्क्स के बदले में हम वहां पे प्लेसमेंट में उनको 20% का रिजर्वेशन देंगे, प्लेसमेंट में क्या देंगे 20%. सो अब स्टूडेंट अपोज करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे? अभी नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज उनको यहां से लॉस हो रहा है तो यहाँ पे कंपनसेट हो रहा है. आर यू गेटिंग इन माई पॉइंट? तो मार्केट में गवर्नमेंट ने ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया. दैट इज द रीजन मार्केट फॉल्स. एंड द नेक्स्ट डे when there is an announcement, there is a tariff rate. There is a tariff rate. Correct. So जब वो tariff rate कम हुआ तो immediately मार्केट ने क्या कर दिया? Bounce back. Okay. Apart from the market, let me come back to this. Now, so here I have a huge transactions and the transaction is dollar, transaction in rupees, transaction in many other countries में अलग-अलग currency चल रहा है. So that means the human cannot analyze the data as possible. So ये जो data आ रहा है, so there must be some mechanism or the system which convert your data into one unit. Convert data into one unit. Now let's have one more example. Suppose one person is working for 25 years. कितना काम किया? 25 years. Another person is working for 5,000 days. ज्यादा किसने काम किया? किसने ज्यादा काम किया? क्या ये करेक्ट आंसर है? Guys, first we need to understand 5,000 days में कितने years होते हैं? Are you clear? Yeah, otherwise we need to understand 25 year में कितने days होते हैं. Then we can come back to one conclusion. नहीं समझा है? समझ में आया? Because conversion जब तक आएगा नहीं तब तक आपका आंसर करेक्ट है या इनकरेक्ट किसे पता है? So I required some mechanism or method which will convert. See, अभी आपने यहाँ देखा होगा, मैं थोड़ी देर पहले यहाँ पे हमने यूज किया सम और सम के अंदर यहाँ पे क्या यूज किया था? टेक्स्ट स्प्लिट. डू यू रिमेम्बर? यस और नो? सो मैंने क्या किया है? वो कॉमा से कन्वर्ट करके नंबर में. सो यू रिक्वायर्ड सम मेथड वेयर वी कैन कन्वर्ट and once you can convert this then human can analyze. So machine can directly analyze? No, machine is also required some other tool which can analyze this data. Let me just move further. Suppose when the person did the transaction in UK ATM, similar the person transaction in US ATM, similar way the person did the transaction in India. Correct now? So that means there are 3 ATMs where the 3 particular country peoples are doing a transactions. When you do any transaction, your data goes and stored into OLTP of UK. Where? OLTP of Data Bank of UK. Once again, OLTP of Data Bank of US. Once again, OLTP database of India. Are you clear with this? Now, what is a OLTP? OLTP is a mechanism where online transform your data. That is, we call it as a OLTP. Are you clear? So from here, whatever the transaction you do, the data goes to where? OLTP, OLTP, OLTP. But it's a OLTP of UK, OLTP of US, and then OLTP of India. So from here, there is a process, we call it as a ETL. There is a process, we call it as a ETL, and ETL will convert your data into machine understanding language. Why I said machine understanding language? यहाँ पे किसी बंदे ने अपना ID ऐड किया हुआ है. That is a this thing card. So they have did the transaction with the card. Someone did the transaction with the thumb. Are you getting in my point? So the data is coming as a thumb. Some information coming as a card. Some information coming as 1250 as a number. So this machine has to interpret this. So for interpret, we require some ETL tool, and that ETL will transform the data into further working process. I hope this much is clear. So data is coming from this. It goes and stored into the OLTP of database. Correct now? Database of UK, database of US, and database of India. Then finally, there is an ETL tool which convert your data into another format. Correct now? That another format is known as OLAP. That is online analytical process. That is online what? Analytical process, where we understand that actual meaning of this data. Where we understand actual meaning of your data. So your data got converted into information by doing OLAP process, that is online analytical process. Now after this, I can report data, I can analyze, I can report and analyze. If I want to do certain automations, So that can be done with the help of BI. I hope clear with this. Now, once again, when you got the data, the reporting part is taken care of your Power BI. Correct? Now, the Power BI can access this data from one location, two location, or many locations. Are you clear with this? So if I have a thousands of branches, so automatically whatever data is coming from all the branches, the data goes into the OLTP and stored into the data warehouse. Where the data stored? All the data goes and stored into OLEP of data warehouse. Where? Data warehouse. In the data warehouse, from here, the Power BI server is connecting to this, and then finally converting into information and producing the report which required by the user or client. Are you clear with this? Yes or no? Okay. So this is a cycle through which you are getting the data. So now let's have a one more time recall what we have done up till this. So we have a bank name called as a Citibank. They have a multiple branches, and in the multiple branches, your data is coming in the different format. Correct? Now there are different currency, and the data which is coming from there, it goes to where? It goes to the OLTP of database UK, OLTP database of US, and OLTP of India. Finally, this data goes into data warehouse. The data warehouse convert this data into transforming for understanding, because your data is a thumb, your data is image, your data is a barcode. Correct? Now from this we can analyze the data and we can pass for the reporting purpose. So this is an internal routine of your data. Correct? Once we got this, we can immediately have a question: how many transactions we did in India, how many transactions from UK, what is the currency we receive, all these things we can get the answer from this. What are the terms I use? I use the one of the term called as a ETL. ETL is known as extract, transform, and load. We have already done into basic of Excel. Correct? Now we are also using a data warehouse. Data warehouse is also connected through your ETL tool, through which doing a conversion process. Here we have used also one application named OLTP, that's online transfer application. And then ETL we have already done. There is a temporary storage area. We also call it as a staging area. And one more application, OLAP, that is an online analytical process. And after getting the data from the warehouse, your BIs start working. So your BI is a business intelligence tool. That means my BI can understand what is the data is coming, how frequently data is coming, whether the repeated data is coming or unique data is coming. All this analysis we can do with the help of this. Even though sometimes data is a very huge, sometimes the data is very huge, so we also require the big data or enterprise data to store your data. If the data is very huge, correct, so we require what? Big data or enterprise data to handle this. I guess clear to all? Yes or no? Okay. So now we have done what is a history or theory of your Power BI, how it works, how the Power BI ecosystem. Is this clear? Now, let's move into one more applications. Now here I have a component of your Power BI. We are using a Microsoft Excel. Correct? We are using a Microsoft Excel. Microsoft says, earlier I am talking about 2003. So Microsoft say, I have a tool name called as a Power Query. What is the tool name? Slowly, when we move to 2016 onwards, they said a Power Query, we have a Power Pivot. We have a Power View. We have a Power Map. Clear? Now, these are the tools which you are using into Excel. They are added through add-ins. Or in the simple language, I will say that they have externally loaded. What is that? They are externally loaded. When we move into 2019, They said these add-ins are, what is that? These add-ins are what? Internally as a part of your Excel. Where these add-ins are part of your Excel in 2019. I hope clear with this. Now slowly, your Power BI says, I am a component of Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power Map. Here the Excel installed as a separate, but the Power BI says I have a capability, I can handle all four in one place. Or four in, what are the or four? Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power Map. So basically all these combined together and stored inside one bundle, and that bundle is known as what? Power BI. I hope clear with this, yes or no? So Power BI is also a component of Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power Map. Basically what these tools are doing, generally for getting the data, and transform. What is that? For getting the data and what? Transform. This is an activity which is taken care by whom? Power Query. No, Power Query. Power Query का काम क्या है? Get the data and transform. Correct. Sir, get data कहाँ से करना है? As I mentioned, 100 plus sources. That means he can get the data from Gmail. He can get the data from Yahoo. You can get the data from your Outlook as n number of sources. The Power Pivot is taking a care of data modeling. What is data modeling? Data modeling means, or as a simple language, developing a relation. Developing what? Relationship between these two data. Are you clear with this? For example, you have done your, I will say, your SSC. Correct? You have done your SSC. After this, you are looking to join some college. Yes or no? You are looking for what? College to join. Now, after this, you are looking for the college, and college is saying, I am also looking for the student, those who have done SSC. Are you clear? Those who have done what? HSC. Those who have done as a first year BA. Are you clear with this? BA, BCom, whatever it is. So that means here the college is taking a admission of SSC, HSC, and FY, and you are also having a education set known as. So there is a similarity between these two. This is a college which is taking an admission of SSC, and I am already SSC. Correct now? So I can connect to this. So the method of connecting this is done with the help of where? Power Pivot. Are you clear with this? Okay. Now we'll understand in detail when we go back to the topic. Then we have a Power View and the Power Map. Power View is generally take care of your charting or reporting. Chart or creation of your visuals. I hope clear. Then we have an application name called as a Power Map. Power Map is displaying the data on globe. Displaying a data of globe or map, I will say. Are you clear with this? So here these separate applications are installed into the Excel. Excel is a product of a Microsoft. Now the Microsoft realize to have a stability in the market, I need the new product. Unless and until you provide the new product, people will not pay the money. So I require the new product. So in the new product, they have combined this into Power BI. And if you look at to this, power, how many times I have a power? So definitely, if you are running with the speed of 1 and somebody said, I will make your speed as a 4x, who is more powerful? 4x is a more powerful. So now your Power BI is handling all these 4, and that also inside as an internal member. Even Excel is also handling as an inside. Correct. But the Excel took long back. And here the Power BI started with this. along with this, they are saying we are also providing a business intelligence features. What they are providing as business intelligence features. Here they are just providing the reporting activity. Just a Power Query do this much, Power Pivot can do, correct. But here there is no business activity. Are you clear with this? So they have also taken care of business. So that is the reason your Power BI is a more popular. But Power BI is not doing any kind of a new things because these things are already there in Excel. So they are just making as a bundle and selling with the new name called as what? Power BI. Are you clear with this? Now, even whenever data is coming, the data goes to the Excel, and from the Excel data goes to your Power Query, and from the Power Query your data goes to the Power BI. Are you clear with this? Sir, if the Power BI is not there, so from the Excel your data goes to Power Query, and from the Power Query once again data come back to your Excel. So that means the Power Query is a mediator. Power Query is what? Mediator. Correct. So either you want to send the data to Power BI or you want to send the data to where? Excel. That is your task. So that means once we know this technique, it's a very easy to learn this Power BI. It's not very hard. Except reporting purpose, because the reporting is a new tool. I hope clear everyone. Yes or no? Okay. So now this I have explained already why the Power BIs are more important. To install this Power BI, we have a primary requirement, correct? Power BI operating system support for Windows, correct? But Unix and Linux are not supported by this application. You require a minimum 1 GB RAM as a free. You require minimum 1 GB RAM as a free. And your machine should have a how much RAM? 8 GB. See, before doing an installation, you should know the primary requirement. You should have a hard disk at least how much free? 15 GB. You require the operating system 32 or 64 bit. Correct now? And then finally you want the license or free license. That's your task. I hope clear with this. Sir, what about our system? To check with the system, you just go here and just type here only just a system. So here when you type the system, automatically your system will give you some information. Hello, your system will Microsoft Windows operating system 11, that is more than 8. Yes or no? Please confirm. I have a processor which is a 11th and that is running with i3. That is running with i3. Okay. Then scroll down and check for rest of the applications, correct? These all the components you can go here and check with the different components. So I don't need this. These all the multiple application, but I don't need this, correct? So let me close this. Okay. Now let me close and come back to this. In your desktop, you have a this PC, correct now? Just do the right click and then go back to where? Just do right click and find somewhere properties. Find somewhere properties. Are you clear? Now here it says your storage is how much I have. Here currently it is 477. Here I have a graphic card and the RAM installed how much? See, that means you also have to check your system. If they are matching to the requirement, then only you can load. Otherwise, the software will not load into this. Is this clear? So the BI says your RAM must be 8 GB. I have 8 GB. Correct now? You should have a Windows more than 8. I have a Windows which is 11th. Then here they are saying you should have a 8 GB RAM. That is okay. Correct? I have a storage that is a more than 15 GB as a free. So that means I am matching with the all primary requirement. Is this clear, everyone? Please confirm online. So I am matching with the primary requirement. Okay. Let's come back to this. So you should have an operating system that is a window that is a match. I have a 8 GB, that is also match. You require 15 GB, that is also match. I have a 32 and 64 bit, that is also match. So that means now I can install the Power BI. Let's come back to this. Here I have a link where you can just click on this link. It goes to your installed Power BI. Where it goes to installed Power BI. So you have to click on this. Sir, from where I will load? For yourself, I am just sharing this link. Control C, copy. I just went to the chat box and I just clicked over here. Are you clear with this? So you are having this link. Those who have joined, they are having this link. Yes or no? Please confirm. Correct. So what is the next task? Your next task is to just click over here. So your data goes downloaded. क्या click करना है? Please confirm. Click to where? Download. See, this is the activity which everyone has to do it. Otherwise, वो बिना Power BI के आप practice नहीं कर सकते. Theoretical lecture, okay, understand, आपने कर लिया. But doing a practical, it is not possible. So अब next step क्या करना है everyone? I have given you the link. From this link, you have to say what? Download. Or otherwise, there is a Microsoft store we have. Can you see this? Yes, no, please confirm. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे जा सकते हैं ये स्टोर में. अगर किसी को वहां से नहीं जाना है, so I'm telling you the second method because everyone has its own method. यहां जाने के बाद आपको सर्च करना है. क्या सर्च करना है? Power BI desktop. Are you clear? Power BI desktop. When I go to this, मेरे सिस्टम में क्या आ रहा है? यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ. Can you see this? क्या लिखा रहा है? Guys, please read this. क्या लिखा हुआ रहा है? Installed. यहाँ पे देखो ना, लिखा हुआ आ रहा है installed. Correct. Because I have a Power BI. Can you see this here? यहाँ पे already installed है. करेक्ट. बट आपके सिस्टम में नहीं आ रहा होगा. आपके सिस्टम में यहाँ पे क्लिक करना है और डाउनलोड करना है. क्या करना है? क्लिक एंड डाउनलोड. सो आइदर यू फॉलो द मेथड 1 एंड फॉलो द मेथड 2. दोनों में से कोई एक मेथड फॉलो करना है. आर यू क्लियर? ठीक है. नाउ फॉर दिस यू रिक्वायर इंटरनेट ऑल्सो. आपके सिस्टम में वाईफाई ऑलरेडी होना चाहिए. करेक्ट. पासवर्ड यहाँ पे आई गेस दिया हुआ है ना? चलो, तो सबसे पहले यहाँ पे मैं क्लिक करता हूँ डाउनलोड नाउ. करेक्ट. नाउ सो ओपन योर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट स्टोर. अब मैं यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी जा रहा हूँ. मैंने ऑलरेडी डाउनलोड किया हुआ है. मैक में आपको पैरेलल ओएस इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा. यू नीड टू इंस्टॉल बिकॉज वो डायरेक्ट सपोर्ट नहीं करता. आपने यहाँ देखा होगा ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम सपोर्ट फॉर विंडोज. आपको एक विंडोज पैरेलल सिस्टम इंस्टॉल करनी होगी सो दैट यू कैन रन दिस एप्लीकेशन. बिकॉज वो डायरेक्टली इसके ऊपर नहीं रन होगा. सर्च करना पड़ेगा सर. सर्च नहीं करिए. नहीं सर, डायरेक्ट मैंने सिर्फ विंडोज के लिए ही दिया हुआ है बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द यूजर इज विंडोज. ओके. सी, बाकी लोगों ने डाउनलोड स्टार्ट किया? हो गया है. हाँ, इट विल टेक अ टाइम. Even the online participants, you also have to download this. एक बार डाउनलोडिंग हो जाएगा तो अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर करना है. 4 GB रैम कम है सर. रन नहीं होगा सर. इंस्टॉल्ड हो जाएगा बट एफिशिएंट रन नहीं होगा सर. रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम में आप जाएंगे तो मशीन आप बहुत लेट रिस्पॉन्स करेगा। हाँ, जनरली प्रॉब्लम कहाँ आ रही है, बिकॉज सिस्टम रिक्वायर्ड सम फ्री मेमोरी। अब वो जो 4 GB आप रैम दे रहे हैं, सपोज योर विंडोज एंड एज वेल एज द पावर बीआई, उन दोनों ने उस मेमोरी को कंज्यूम कर लिया। तो व्हेन आई गो टू द ETL टूल, सो दैट आल्सो रिक्वायर द मेमोरी। ETL इज आल्सो परफॉर्मिंग सर्टेन स्टेप्स। उसके बाद वो स्टेप्स ETL से वापस पावर बीआई में आ रहा है। फ्रॉम द पावर बीआई इट गोज टू द रिपोर्ट पब्लिकेशन। तो उनको भी मेमोरी चाहिए। अब उनको मेमोरी नहीं मिलता है तो आपका रिपोर्ट दिखता ही नहीं है। तो समटाइम व्हेन वी से द रिपोर्ट इज गेटिंग ऑटो रिफ्रेश, सो यू स्टार्ट कंप्लेनिंग कि मेरा रिपोर्ट होता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उनको मेमोरी नहीं मिला है, तो रिफ्रेश कहां से होएगा। I hope this is clear to all, everyone. Please sign your attendance. Where is attendance sheet? आपका नाम नहीं होगा तो write your name and please sign and pass it to the next one. वो attendance को यहाँ पे ही रख के जाना है। चलो, डाउनलोड हो गए। एक बार अपनी आप स्क्रीन शेयर करो so that I can assist for the installation part to rest all. See, first step is you have to download that. Correct now? Because वो क्लाउड पे नहीं चल रहा है। करेक्ट। अब हम क्या सीख रहे हैं, इंस्टॉलेशन कैसे करना है। सो आप अपनी एक बार स्क्रीन को शेयर कर दो so that you understand the installation process. मे बी आप घर पे करके वापस आ जाना। ये भाई, ये किसका स्क्रीन है? डाउनलोड करके आपने ओपन कर, तो इंस्टॉल हो चुका है ऑलरेडी सर। हाँ, आपके इसमें भी आ रहा है एवरीवन। अच्छा ठीक है, और पीछे सी गाइस, डाउनलोड करने के बाद दिस इज अ स्क्रीन। ठीक है, और किसी के इसमें डाउनलोड होने के बाद इंस्टॉल किया आपने? सी इट माइट टेक अ टाइम ऑफ 5 minutes 2 minutes, डिपेंड ऑन द सिस्टम कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। आपके सिस्टम में फास्ट हुआ इसका मतलब नहीं सब में होगा। नहीं कर सकते सर। कॉर्पोरेट ईमेल आईडी कुछ याद है, पेड मैंने कहा था कुछ, वो चाहिए आपको। नहीं, आगे का स्टेप्स मैं बताऊंगा ना, अभी कुछ अपडेट करना होगा सिस्टम को। ठीक है, अभी आप स्टॉप कर दो। पहले सबका यहां तक हो गया क्या? सी, आज मुझे सिर्फ इतना ही चेक करना है कि यू हैव क्रिएटेड, करेक्ट, यू हैव डाउनलोडेड एंड योर सिस्टम इज रनिंग दिस। तो एटलीस्ट कल मैं उसके ऊपर कुछ टूल अपलोड कर सकता हूं, या अदरवाइज वी कैन स्टार्ट लर्निंग समथिंग इनटू दिस। पहले आप सबके इसमें इंस्टॉल हुआ ये कंफर्म करो आप। हाँ, इट विल टेक अ टाइम, बी रिलैक्स, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। बिकॉज ये स्क्रीन आने के बाद, आई रिपीट वन मोर टाइम, ये स्क्रीन आने के बाद वी हैव टू अपडेट दिस। इसमें कुछ फीचर्स हैं जो हमें अपडेट करने होंगे, अदरवाइज मैप नहीं आएगा। करेक्ट नाउ, आपका डेटा प्रॉपर इंपोर्ट नहीं होगा। कुछ न्यू टूल्स आते हैं, पावर बीआई इज डूइंग अ अपडेट इन एवरी मंथ। एक्सेल में तो 1 year 2 year में एक बार अपडेट आ रहा है, बट पावर बीआई में अपडेट कब आ रहा है? एवरी मंथ। तो कुछ ऐसे फीचर्स होंगे जो आपको भी नहीं पता, इवन मुझे नहीं पता होंगे, जो मैनेजमेंट को भी पता हुआ है, बिकॉज इट्स कमिंग इन एवरी मंथ। सो अब ये हर मंथ सर कौन R&D करेगा? सो द पर्सन हुज वर्क ओनली इन द पावर बीआई, सो दे आर हैविंग अ वेरी गुड एक्सपर्टीज इनटू दिस। तो अब मुझे वो अपडेट कहाँ से लाना है वो मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए। सो एटलीस्ट नया कुछ आया तो वी शुड नो दैट हाँ दिस इज अ न्यू थिंग्स। तो पहला काम है आपको ये इंस्टॉल करना। सो एक बार डाउनलोड हुआ, इंस्टॉल हो गया, एवरीवन प्लीज कंफर्म, देन आई विल गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट। हो गया? डोंट वरी, जिसका आज नहीं हुआ एटलीस्ट नेक्स्ट क्लास में आने के पहले आपका इंस्टॉलेशन होना चाहिए। करेक्ट।
Taking time.
मैक के लिए आपको पैरेलल एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करनी पड़ेगी। लिंक सर गूगल से ढूंढ, आपने इंस्टॉल किया? लिंक कहाँ से लिया? गूगल से? विंडोज यूज कर रहे हैं? मैक के लिए लिंक सर ढूंढता हूँ, इसमें से सर्च करनी पड़ेगी।
सर इंस्टॉल हो गया, साइन इन करना है, यू नीड टू साइन इन।
साइन इन आप नहीं, आपके पास कॉर्पोरेट ईमेल आईडी है?
कॉर्पोरेट है सर,
हाँ, तो साइन इन कर सकते हो आप।
बट वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं ना सर, कॉर्पोरेट ईमेल आईडी पर्सनल यूज
नहीं,
करो।
ऐसे कुछ नहीं।
ठीक है।
But it will trigger a notification, sir, if we use the company mail ID.
सॉरी,
If we use the company mail ID, it will trigger the notification to the IT team, right?
so they have given you the
That
company email ID for what?
for
See, the
only,
company, correct now, and you are the member of that company. That's the reason you are using this. So they
yeah.
should not have any problem with this. I hope you got the point. Yes or no?
Yes, 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 yes.
Please, please. See, you are the member. Suppose, for example, your email ID, if I am using, so definitely they have a problem because I am not the authorized person to use this email ID. Even though for today's learning, we do not require this login. See, when I go to the blank, please observe, when I go back to this blank, I can access all the data. But only the problem when I go and publish this data on the web, so I required this ID. Correct now,
Understand.
as I
Yes.
mentioned, India is a great country, so we have a certain jugaad or the adjustment for the student perspective. Because definitely those who are a student, they don't have a corporate ID, they are not a member of any company. So where they can practice, so they can do practice on either PPT or they will go for these kind of a jugaad or the adjustment. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Or otherwise, if it is not possible, you go and ask to your admin itself, sir, is this, I am using a Power BI, but I will not use any services. I am not using any, I am just doing a practice, whether I should see the data on the cloud, whether my data is getting a refresh, whether I can send the email automatically. It's like that way process.
Yes, sir.
Correct. See, the company is having afraid if you share some wrong credential to some other people, like as a bad images, I can call it as. So definitely they have a IT teams where they will allow you certain privileges.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's the reason
Yes.
you can connect to team itself. If it is allowed, well, good. If it is not allowed, anyhow, you are not sharing the report to anyone. You are just a login, connecting to the data, checking with this whether my data goes properly on the web. Okay, on the web, my data is displaying properly, downloading, and data is getting a refresh. I am getting certain alert notification. For that purpose, you are checking it.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope कितने लोगों के डाउनलोड एंड इंस्टॉल हो गए? 1 2 3 आपके भी हो गए, ठीक है। हाँ, yes. See, after this we require to have a certain configuration. क्या करना है? Configuration में कुछ फीचर्स हमें एक्टिवेट करने हैं. Now, आप जैसे now please listen. क्या आपकी स्क्रीन और मेरी स्क्रीन एक जैसी दिख रही है? आप जैसे ही ब्लैंक पे क्लिक करते हो, when you click on the blank, you see this, आपका स्क्रीन और मेरा स्क्रीन एक जैसा दिख रहा है? बंद कर दिया लैपटॉप? नहीं, चालू है। तो आपकी स्क्रीन मेरे जैसा दिख रहा है? यहाँ पे राइट साइड में जो कुछ ऑप्शंस आ रहे हैं,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, चलो। बिकॉज आपने न्यू इंस्टॉल किया हुआ है, अगर वो प्रॉपरली इंस्टॉल्ड हुआ है तो कोई बात नहीं। करेक्ट। इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन विल सी द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। क्या देखना होगा? कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। करेक्ट। कॉन्फ़िगरेशन का मतलब है जो चार्ट मुझे आ रहा है वो आपको भी आना चाहिए, अदरवाइज आई एम गेटिंग डिफरेंट एंड यू आर गेटिंग अ डिफरेंट। ओके, नाउ जब आप इसके ऊपर क्लिक करते हो, कैन यू सी दीज ऑल सेटिंग्स? यहाँ पे क्लिक करने के बाद फॉर्मेट की ये सब सेटिंग्स आ रही है, करेक्ट? See, when I click on this format, then I can see these all setting, page setting, canvas setting. तो क्या ये settings आपकी भी proper आ रही है? ठीक है? Done?
All those are not coming, sir.
हाँ, ये सारे options नहीं आ रहे हैं.
Build options are there, but format, page information, canvas are not coming.
Okay, ठीक है, no problem. See guys, अब ये जो बाकी की settings है, there are certain home tab, insert, modeling, and then view, then optimize. I need to explain this. Then I will explain all these features. Correct now? How to use this, and then finally, then we'll go back to how to get the data from multiple sources. Now, how to edit your data if there is any correction or transform in the data. Correct now? So these things are applications that we'll learn in the next session, that will be tomorrow. तो आज मैंने सिर्फ आपको theoretical concept बताया. What is a Power BI? How to install your Power BI? Correct? What is the ranking in the Power BI in the today's market? Correct? And where it can be used? What is the benefit of using this? ठीक है? So if you have any queries, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll continue in the next class. ठीक है? And please be present at exactly at the 7 or 7:05. वहां तक आप आ जाना. करेक्ट? और जो नहीं आया वो सबके लिए किटकैट लेके आएगा, है ना? सी जो सबसे पहले आने वाले वो बहुत हैप्पी हो गए, है ना? डोंट वरी. करेक्ट? सो वी ऑल हैव टू प्रेजेंट on time. So I am closing for the day, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Thanks a lot. Thank you.